reality of that answer is women's value get lower the more children that they have. And I was having this conversation, with one of the mother of my children, and she's still fine. But like I was telling her, I was like, yo, the guy that you're dating or will date, if he ain't willing to love on these 5 children that you have, that ain't the guy for you. Because when I came into your life, I was willing to accept you and whatever you had. And there's guys that's out there that's just going to say, them ain't my kids. I want you. Well, that ain't how it worked. But that's not to say that she can't find nobody.
Right.
I'm pretty sure she has somebody.
Right. But do you feel like it's as the best that she could possibly do if she didn't have children?
Well, you're talking to a dude that was once in her life. I don't feel like she's going to get better than me. That's just my confidence.
I don't even think it's confidence. I have said, and I might get eaten alive, I don't think most women do better than the father of their children.
Okay, so in my last video about Clifton Powell, I told y'all that in 2026, I wanted y'all to be indifferent about the shit that these men are coming online and saying. I want to get to the root of the problem. I don't even want to talk about Cam. The root of the problem, the beginning of the problem to me is the women who are birthing these men. A woman laid on her back and almost died and risked her life for this man right here, who is now saying that women who give birth to his kids don't have value. When we all know that they're all online right now saying that that's the only purpose for women on this planet is to birth children. So a double-minded man is unstable in all of their ways. All of their ways, and you should pay no attention to them. But you know what's worse? A woman who procreates with a double-minded man. And I don't know how many baby mamas he has, but a lot of women gave Cam a lot of babies. A lot of women gave Future a lot of babies. A lot of women gave Nick Cannon a lot of babies. A lot of women gave Elon Musk a lot of babies. So women, if you don't want to look at yourself and be accountable for birthing the men in this world that hate you, I don't know what to tell you. This is not the channel for you. We are going to focus on the baby mothers. We're going to focus on Cam's girlfriends. He doesn't want to marry them. He doesn't want a wife, which I'm fine with. I don't think y'all should be marrying these men at all. I don't think you should be giving them kids. I don't even think they should be able to be near you at this point. Talking like this, just reckless. So let's get into what the mothers of his kids are saying, what they have said, because something is broken in women. And we can't fix this whole problem unless women get fixed. We fix women first. So y'all hit that like button and share this video, and let's get into the women. Let's get into the women.
I've been known to love people back to health. And sometimes it's very draining.
Are you hearing her say that it's so draining for her to love people back to health? Her body, her home, her womb is a damn garage for broken boys to come in and leave their brokenness inside of her as she's loving them back to health. You cannot pour from an empty cup. At some point, her cup has to be refilled, but it doesn't sound like in this relationship is the space for her to receive the filling unless the filling is coming in the form of some sort of money that he's giving her, and then she's replenishing herself with some shopping trips. But at some point, people need mental, emotional, and psychological rejuvenation.
But my love is my superpower. And I used to hate that about myself. But now it's like I'm just embracing. If I love you, I can heal you.
If I love you, I can heal you.
So that was Tanya TKO, and I've been following her for at least 5 years now, and I love her channel. And because I want women to learn and I want women to grow, I want y'all to go follow her, because everything she said was 100% correct. Go follow her, go subscribe. I don't know how long I'm going to be on YouTube, but for the amount of time that I'm on here, I'm going to always shout out the people that I follow and that I watch. Y'all, please go follow Imani Forrester, and please go follow the YV Edit. Go follow Sovereign Woman, whatever you're on, like on whatever platform you're on, go follow them. And, let's keep this conversation going and let's keep healing women.
Proctor had 4 kids with Cam Newton, and when she decided she no longer wanted to be a baby mother, he got up and left her. Yes, you heard that right. Cam Newton and Kia Proctor reportedly dated from 2013 to 2020 and created a family of 4. While many people may think the next step would be marriage, Cam wasn't ready for the responsibility of being a husband.
At this point, he had at least 4 or 5 or 6 kids, and other women still kept procreating with him. And I don't know what the number is now. I doubt he even knows what the number is now. But women are not learning. Women are not paying attention. And women are just not woke.
What are their names?
You want all 12?
12 names. Go.
All right. This is where I usually get in trouble.
Why? Because you don't know all of them.
I know all of them, but
Okay.
like, all right, well, here we go. I'll label it off for you. See, let's keep me honest. There's Rock, Row, Golden, Powerful, Rise, Onyx, Legendary, Zion, Zillion, Zen, and see, this is where how many?
You're missing 2.
I'm missing 2.
So while these men are out here forgetting your kids' names, their kids' names, you are putting your life on the line, your body on the line, your livelihood on the line, your future on the line, to lay down with them and push their baby out into this world, only to be without a functional, a parent, one functional parent. They're going to be just with, if you're having kids by these men at this point, I wouldn't even say that you're like a functional human. If your brain told you it was a good idea to have kids with Nick Cannon or Future or Cam Newton, I would say these kids are being pushed out into a world with no functional parents.
You think having all those kids was a response to your trauma?
Yeah, 100. Now I'm learning that now. Yeah, and it wasn't like I was acting out. It was more of being careless, being frivolous with my process because I could do it, because I had the money, because I had the access to whoever and however I wanted to move. And, okay, they coming at me, they asking me, opposed to like doing the mature thing and saying, hey, well, it probably makes more sense to do this. And then obviously life happens as well. So it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna go have 12 kids. It was more about like, yo, I'm gonna just live life and have fun, and whatever happens, I can handle it. When it probably, being almost 45 now, I can sit back and be like, yeah, if I would have thought the process through a little bit more and took time to actually do the inner work, things might have been a little different in certain scenarios.
You wouldn't have 12 kids.
I don't know. You know what I mean? Like that's the only thing, because I've always said this, every child that I had was made out of love, and there were strong relationships. It's just, if I would have did the work and the healing after getting divorced, I probably would have took my time in a lot of other scenarios. And for whatever reason, I thought that was the answer a lot of times. It was like, oh, well, I'm gonna figure it out over here. Opposed to like, yo, now you're leaving trauma every step of the way, instead of, fixing it from its origin and then being able to present itself. But then like concepts like monogamy and stuff like that, I still feel the same way about that. I was going to ask
you, has your view on that changed then?
Nah, not really. Not for me, and that, again, that's the work of, whether you want to go back to like Freud's process of like my childhood and my upbringing. I grew up in a very unorthodox situation and household, so I've always understood that, love happens differently. So monogamy has never really been my thing, but so that I'm pretty sure that plays a part of it as well too.
Keep in mind that Nick Cannon has very bad genes. He is very sickly and has illnesses that could take him off of this planet at any moment, and all of his kids will be without a father. At least they will be financially taken care of, but I don't think that he would be missed because he doesn't see all of his kids anyway. Not like that. But if you are out here procreating with men like Nick, who has all of these problems, your kids are going to come out with physical issues and mental issues. His kids are struggling. Some of them, one of them passed away because of it, and then a few others are delayed.
To whoever and however I wanted to move, and okay, they coming at me, they asking me, opposed to like doing a mature thing and saying, hey, well, it probably makes more sense to do this, and then obviously life happens as well. So it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna go have 12 kids. It was more about like, yo, I'm gonna just live life and have fun, and whatever happens, I can handle it. When it probably, being almost 45 now, I can sit back and be like, yeah, if I would have thought the process through a little bit more and took time to actually do the inner work, things might have been a little different in certain scenarios.
You wouldn't have 12 kids.
I don't know. You know what I mean? Like that's the only thing, because I've always said this, every child that I had was made out of love, and there were strong relationships. It's just, if I would have did the work and the healing after getting divorced, I probably would have took my time in a lot of other scenarios. And for whatever reason, I thought that was the answer a lot of times. It was like, oh, well, I'm gonna figure it out over here. Opposed to like, yo, now you're leaving trauma every step of the way, instead of, fixing it from its origin and then being able to present itself. But then like concepts like monogamy and stuff like that, I still feel the same way about that.
I was going to ask you, has your view on that changed then?
Nah, not really. Not for me, and that, again, that's the work of, whether you want to go back to like Freud's process of like my childhood and my upbringing. I grew up in a very unorthodox situation and household, so I've always understood that love happens differently. So monogamy has never really been my thing, but so that I'm pretty sure that plays a part of it as well too.
So women are out here letting men trauma dump on them, literally, just using them as receptacles for their trauma and their kids. This man does not know his kids. He can't spend time with these kids. None of these men can. And women do not have community with other women. They've been taught to compete for these men because these men have resources and women have limited resources. And that's done on purpose because of the patriarchy. That is duly noted. I just want y'all to just listen. In 2026, I want women to be still and listen. This does not have to be you. A lot of these women wanted this because they were broken and they had a need that they needed to fill. They just needed to feel seen and important, and they needed probably money. They needed a lot of things. I think women need to just be still and see how they can meet their own needs, how they can love themselves, because I don't believe that for 1 second that these women love themselves. If they just purposely chose to have babies with these men, I don't believe it for 1 second. These women are broken. I don't care if these men are broken. They don't want to be fixed. But women are trying to fix themselves. A lot of women are trying to fix themselves. And I just pray that in 2026, we see more of that happening.
Which is for Nabatius Demon Wilburn. Okay, listen to me. I've had 3 different baby mamas hit me up over the last 3 months. I don't know what the fuck you did to these bitches, but they're hitting me up and they're asking me for your addresses. They're asking me because they've hired private investigators. I think they're grouping up. I think they're teaming up. I think these bitches is really about to come for you. And you know, at the end of the day, like, I don't hate you, but I hate you. But I'm gonna give you a warning, okay? I've had 3 different bitches. I think 2 are in Miami, 1 is in Arizona. They're all hitting me up because they're saying that you're not taking care of your kids. And I've counted. I did the math. It's 18 now, okay? So here's the thing, right? Tell them, you better give them bitches what they want, because they're starting to send me videos. They're starting to send me, like, screenshots of shit. And for me, like, not on the surface, but, like, deep down in my heart, it's starting to irritate me because they're dated. They're dated. And you know, them dates start lining up and shit. So I just want to let you know, for your... No, that sounds like a threat. Hold on. For your best interest, I think that you should hit up your recent baby mamas and pay them whatever the fuck they want, because now they are messaging me. They are sending me all types of shit. And it's like, I've been living my life, you know, building active dolls, my little business, the whatever, doing shit without you, nigga, because you're literally the bottom of the fucking barrel now in my head. And I really want you to get your responsibilities in order, because these bitches are sending me so much motherfucking shit. And I don't want to be the bitch. Like, I don't want to go toe-to-toe with you every year, every 6 months. I really don't. Like, I really just thought that I was going to do my little story time, fall back off the shit, and just chill. But at this point, I'm being harassed by your unknown baby mamas. And listen, I looked at the kids. Them bitches is yours. I looked at the kids. Like, I know. So, yeah, I really feel like you should hit them bitches up. I just gave them bitches some free game in the video before this, but this video is specifically for you to understand. Get your fucking bitches in order, because if they keep messaging me, I'm going to start posting the shit. I'm going to start posting the videos. I'm going to start posting all the shit that they sent to me, because at the end of the fucking day, why are they bothering me? One of the bitches said that you had blocked her number and then you are not answering when she calls or texts from another number. I don't know. My numbers are changed, so don't call me. Okay, don't call me. Just handle your affairs so we no longer have to have this interaction. Okay, so handle your affairs and tell them bitches to leave me the fuck alone. You should send a group message out to all 18 baby mamas and say, leave gorgeous doll the fuck alone. Okay, we not cool, we not friends, nigga. So I need you to hear me when I'm telling you. Tell all them bitches that at the end of the day, if they want to keep they motherfucking, well, a couple of them said they ain't never got a payment. They got newborns, like newborns. And then, like, one of the bitches had a 2-year-old and one of the bitches had like a 4-year-old. So I was like, when I did the math, you bitches been had me fucked up. But yeah, can you handle that? Because I don't want to wake up every motherfucking couple of weeks and it's a new bitch on my IG. The last bitch messaged me, hold on, let me look. The last bitch messaged me at 2:15 this morning asking me to help her. And then part of me kind of blames the bitches, because it's like, sweetheart, if you went and slept with this nigga and then you kept the baby knowing you only fucked the nigga like 3 times, oh my God. But, you know, it's beyond me at this point. But listen, handle your fucking business, because at the end of the day, if they keep harassing me, I'm gonna start posting the shit.
This woman said 18. I don't know if she's talking about 18 kids. Most likely she is. And did y'all notice the way she's calling women bitches just lightly? Women have been taught to hate one another. To be calling another woman a bitch is so disrespectful. Even if you're friends and you're playing around and that's just how y'all talk to each other, so disrespectful. As many kids as he has and as many women who are taking care of these kids, those women, if they weren't competing for his time and his attention and trying to outdo one another and be better than the next woman, could have formed a community with just them. I don't know how many women it is. It could be 8, it could be 9. They could have formed a small community with just them, and they could have all helped each other and raised those kids. If we were in a matriarchy, that's what would be happening. But since we're in a patriarchy, women hate each other. They don't like each other. so you won't get help. You're going to continue to pop out these kids for these men and run away and hate the people that could help you. And that's other women. You want money from these men, but that's the bare minimum. They can give you money. The courts can make them give you money, but those kids are still lacking. They don't have to. If women raised boys and girls together and taught the boys the same thing they taught the girls, and they weren't affected by this world and this patriarchy, they weren't being taught to do the things that these men are doing and showing them, they would be better. They have been socialized to act like these men. It doesn't have to be this way.
And here's my theory, and I could be completely wrong, and the internet probably gonna destroy me for this, but I think women that have more than 2 baby daddies usually have some sort of mental illness.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, because you're getting genetically modified too much. I think, okay, so this is what I know. Every time you get pregnant, right, there's stem cells that come from that baby, and them stem cells end up behind your eyes and your brain and your heart and your lungs and stuff and help your organs heal while the baby taken from you. And those stem cells will always stay with you, right? So that means that man is always in you. And that is why, the Bible says you will only desire your husband. Correct? This is why you gotta use condoms, because that baby better get up inside you, and the uterus is very porous, much like the mouth, right? So when anything goes up in there, it automatically the uterus starts to absorb it. It starts going through the vaginal walls and all that, and the blood, it gets into the bloodstream, right? And so it takes
get in there.
So it takes like 6 weeks to get a man out of your system if you have unprotected sex, and it's because he's starting to bind to your DNA, right? And that's why it's couples, when they be together too long, they start looking alike. You start looking like him.
Wow.
Like, it's not, the guy don't start looking like her. She start looking like him, because he is genetically modifying her. And every time you get pregnant by him, you start to get modified, right? So if you get pregnant by multiple peoples, right, that's multiple spirits, multiple thoughts, multiple modifications from different DNA strands to have mental stress. So, it's very evident, like what I'm saying is very evident and makes sense, because like you got all these dating apps, all these women like free sex, free this, whatever, I'm doing, but I'm living it, I'm exerting my sexuality and all this, and I don't care if I got 5 kids or 5 baby daddies, whatever. Usually those bitches are mentally, they're struggling in so many different ways, not just financially, but also just like on where to focus, how to whatever, because you got too many different bloodlines in your blood.
Too many kids. I mean, that'll do it,
you have mental illness. So that was my theory on sperm.
That makes sense.
That's very, very.
And that's why you can't just, that's why you have to use condoms, ladies. That's why you have to use condoms. We cannot genetically modify men.
I don't like Tiffany Haddish. I think she's just super ghetto and just obnoxious. I don't like her at all, but it's some truth in what she's saying. A lot of women out here are mentally ill and broken, like I said. And yeah, the sperm, I think, does get into your head and make you crazy. It changes the way you think, and men know it.
There's something that goes on with male children versus female children. I'm not sure if you're aware, but the male fetus leaves male DNA lodged into the woman's brain, which alters how she behaves with the male. This is one of the reasons why women are so much more attached to their sons than their daughters, right? It is the male's DNA that's kind of manipulating how she behaves. This is why I say it's mind over matter. Women have to be given the science on how to handle male children, because if she does not have that knowledge, she's going to automatically roll with her behavioral patterns, reducing her biology down to benefit the male. She's going to be more attached to that boy child. Children in general change the woman, but for sure, male children really do change women big time.
Know it. Women, I don't think women know it, but that's what we like to call dickmatized. That's why they try to hurry up and sleep with a woman. If they want to keep her and they know it's good, they're going to try to get you dickmatized. But a lot of them just want to hurry up and sleep with you because they know once you get to know who they really are and their personality sucks, that you're not going to give them none anyway. So they try to sleep with you for different reasons. But Tiffany Haddish is crazy. A lot of people are crazy. But if you listen to some crazy people, they spit truth a lot of the times.
don't want to do it on their own. A lot of them have to do it on their own because you have a lot of men that don't step up to the plate.
I can't agree to that.
You have a lot of men that are in a lot of situations.
I can't agree to that.
And they don't step up to be good
like
fathers.
that woman.
Wait, let me finish though, Mozzie. They don't step up to be good fathers. They don't take care of the household. So she has to abort to the $2 rent to make sure that she's able to feed her kids. You have a lot of men, i.e., Vaughn, you didn't marry either one of your baby mamas. So that's a product right in itself of a broken home created by a man. So a lot of, let me finish this. What I'm saying, a lot of these women don't choose these things. They're given the cards and they play the cards right. Because at the end of the day, you have a lot of women, i.e. your mother that you just set up here and say, raised you and took care of your household and made sure that she was good and took care of your responsibilities. She didn't want to do it on her own. She had to do it on her own. So maybe if a lot of men start stepping up to the plate, and I wasn't saying that I don't understand, I'm almost done. I wasn't saying that I don't understand the story of a black man because I'm black before I'm gay. But I do know at the end of the day that a lot of men are dealt the cards of doing what the fuck they want to do, and they leave the bullshit to the woman, so she's going to pick up the pieces.
So he said a lot of women didn't choose these things, and I agree, because sometimes you are the first baby mama and you didn't know that this man was going to be like this. You were tricked. But the women who are out here having kids with these men, when these men have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 18 baby mamas or 18 babies, y'all are choosing this. The women who don't investigate and try to figure out this man's past life before he met you, especially if you're like in your 30s and 40s and you're trying to be serious with the man and you just get into a relationship and just believe everything he tells you, then yeah, you did choose this, because at this point you can't get into a relationship without being like a full-on FBI agent. No, and like it's women out here who are getting with these men who have 2, 3, 4 babies, and they feel like they're going to be different. They feel like they're going to be the one who makes him settle down and become a family man, and he's going to take care of their kid because their kid is going to be the special kid or the first boy or whatever. And that's another patriarchy thing. But women are allowing this. Women have been seeing this going on for decades, centuries, and they've seen it. They see how other women around them suffer, how these men are treating other women, and women still in their brain, once they get some dick, they get dickmatized and they feel like they're going to be different. They're going to be different.
If a nigga got kids, you could tell what type of nigga you gonna be dealing with. If that nigga got multiple baby mamas, then more than likely, that man makes poor ass decisions. Not only that, that man loves to make broken homes. Because, sir, you had not one baby mama, 2 baby mamas, and neither one of them worked out. You niggas be having so many baby mamas and so many children. I just know that some of them kids is not getting the love that they supposed to be getting. And another thing I don't like is when a nigga start bashing and talking about his baby mama. Like, sir, there is no way that you talking bad about this woman and you the one that laid down with her and you made her the mother of your children. So what does that say about you? Poor decisions. I don't know. It's just something about a nigga talking to me badly about his baby mama that I'm just not messing with. I don't like men who talk down on the mother of their kids. Because I feel like if you feel like she was such a horrible ass person, what made you go and have children with her? Because there was something about her that you liked. Because you put your own seed inside of her. So I'm telling y'all pay attention. Y'all will see what kind of men y'all dealing with. Men are so easy and predictable as hell. These niggas really be telling on themselves. Y'all just gotta sit back and listen. Stop trying to see these niggas for who they ain't. And start looking at them for who they is.
So apparently having an out-of-wedlock 13 child with a 4-time married man who never sees his kids and doesn't like to pay child support is only ghetto if you're not white. And yes, this post is about Ashley St. Clair. I read that tweet like, who in the hell is Ashley St. Clair? I looked it up, research over me search. And this is the part where I got to take my gum out because it gets real interesting right here, guys. So Ashley St. Clair is this conservative influencer, right? I saw this interesting tweet thread about it too. MAGA influencer Ashley St. Clair deleted this tweet about Kamala Harris after announcing she had a baby with Elon Musk. This is the tweet say, Kamala can't help herself from bending over for a man to get ahead. And see, when I talk about research over me search, I'm talking about going down that rabbit hole and figuring out how deep it goes and what's all down up in there, right? I went to Twitter and I seen this as well. Ashley St. Clair had an insane career path. She was a laptop posting, very racy photos of herself and racially fetishizing black men. I thought, that's interesting. Then she became a MAGA grifter who hated on single mothers because, quote unquote, traditional values. And now she's a single mother to Elon Musk's baby. I guess you should have said the clause that being a single mother ain't that bad unless they're a billionaire. Ha! Back to the fetishization. The fetishization. You love what? And you want a what? Name who to do what? Yeah, racial fetishization is going crazy right here because listen, if you can't fetishize us and get us what you want, you'll go criminalize us. And that just speaks very poetically to how you switched up, huh? But I bet you still want some of it. I got grit. So what did we learn here today, class? Is that every time they've made statements that kind of pathologizes black people as being devoid of family values or always being a baby daddy or a baby mama, that don't apply to them. Ain't it crazy how this man Elon Musk is slinging enough wood to build a whole bunch of fences, but he ain't being called irresponsible with his old piece? In the conclusion, very humorously but very real, who you think helping him pay for all these kids, huh? He ain't paying no taxes. Taxpayers is helping this man spur out all these kids and then feed them. And listen, I'm not trying to knock nobody hustle, get it how you live. You know what I'm saying? But this switch up is crazy right here. Because what are you teaching the children right here? What about the family values right here? How does the Lord Jesus Christ or the Bible back up what you're doing right here, especially if you're doing it out of wedlock? Amen. Education is elevation, and boy, these folk crazy.
You don't know, Musk has had at least 14 children with at least 4 different women that we know of, and I'll get into that later. With the mothers being author Justine Wilson, the pop musician Grimes, the Neuralink executive Siobhan Zillis, and the right-wing influencer Ashley St. Clair. But also, I said that we know of earlier because the Journal reports that multiple sources close to Musk believe that the true number of kids is actually much higher than 14. But whatever the number may be, Musk reportedly calls his offspring collectively a legion, an apparent reference to the military units of the Roman Empire.
So legion can mean a military, but those of you who know Elon Musk, you'll know that he is a white supremacist. And in this context, I would say that legion means demons. If you know the Bible and you studied the Bible, not just being a Christian, it means demons. And that's what Elon Musk is trying to do. He's trying to repopulate the world with Yahtzees, which are a legion of demons.
When he reportedly told St. Clair during her pregnancy, to reach legion level before the apocalypse, we will need to use surrogates. With him there referencing his conviction that declining birth rates will lead to civilizational collapse unless people just start popping out babies, which is typically a right-wing belief known as pronatalism. Though notably, according to the Journal, one source said that Musk is concerned not just about low birth rates in rich countries, but also high birth rates in so-called third world countries and the disparity between them. Which reportedly is why, according to multiple people close to him, he believes that educated people need to repopulate the earth with high IQ babies. And specifically through C-sections, not vaginal birth, because he also believes the latter limits brain size, which I should just know, by the way, is not supported by the evidence. But then, moving on from that, with 14 plus kids and a growing list of mothers to manage, Musk doesn't have time to handle all of it on his own. Right? And so with all that, he reportedly outsources much of his life to a guy by the name of Jared Birchall. And then, according to the Journal, Birchall also manages a complex web of privacy and financial agreements between Musk and his various lovers, both current and former, which according to documents and sources often get signed under threat of punishment. So allegedly, Musk pays them money for the childcare expenses, but also throws in non-disclosure clauses. And then, if the mothers push back or seek outside counsel, Musk's advisors, including Birchall, allegedly threaten them with financial retribution. And so for St. Clair, for example, the Journal reports that Musk offered her $15 million for a home and living expenses plus $100,000 a month until the first child turned 21, with him also there allegedly demanding complete and total silence about the kid and her relationship to Musk in return. But notably, she says she never signed that agreement, nor did she obey Birchall's warning not to hire her own attorney. Now, as far as why he's allegedly so obsessive about secrecy, there are a few possible reasons. First, Musk reportedly texted St. Clair that revealing he's the father would be dangerous because he's the number 2 after Trump for assassination, with him reportedly adding only the paranoid survive.
So again, the root of the issue is women allowing this. Women have so much power that we don't know of, and these men have tapped into it. They realize that they can use women to birth wickedness into this world, and that's what they have done. And some of the women have actually joined them in that wickedness, even if that means their own oppression. I always say everybody can't come. You have to find your people. There's going to be a divide between good and evil. And in 2026, this is February 2026, that divide is already happening. It's already happening. You can sense it spiritually, physically, especially if you're a black woman, because we are the mothers of the earth. We are the mothers of all. So black women are feeling this more deeply than anybody right now.
It looks like there's some new drama surrounding President Elon Musk. I mean, not the president, right? Because apparently one of his 500 baby mamas has just posted on his own platform on Twitter saying that he is ignoring her and that he needs to reach out to her because it's very serious and it's about their son. Now, I'm not even gonna pretend to know what this actual kid's name is because this man decided to spell it all weird. But that's besides the point. Let's dive into the cheeseman, shall we? So this is what she posted on Twitter. Please respond about our child's medical crisis. I am sorry to do this publicly, but it is no longer acceptable to ignore this situation. This requires immediate attention. If you don't want to talk to me, can you please designate or hire someone who can so that we can move forward on solving this? This is urgent, Elon. Now, I saw this and I was like, no way. Because, you know, I'm still chronically on Twitter, even though I absolutely hate Elon Musk. But, you know, I'm not going to give up my own platform. No, absolutely not. But all that being said, this wasn't the only message she sent to Elon because somebody actually replied to her and this is what she had to say. So this is what somebody responded to her, said, I don't pretend to know the man, but I can't imagine going public would help anything or anyone. And she was obviously heated, so she responded. She said, I'm not giving any details, but he won't respond to texts, calls, or emails and has skipped every meeting, and our child will suffer lifelong impairment if he doesn't respond ASAP. So I need him to effing respond, and if I have to apply public pressure, then I guess that's where we are at.
So as a woman, we should notice the patterns. Most of these women who have kids with these men who have like more than a dozen kids, they realize, they see that these men don't care about them. They don't care about these kids. They just care about getting their species onto the planet, because we know they only want boys to be born because boys are the ones who carry out their wickedness and their degeneracy. I'm not going to say it's no wicked women or girls. There are. But in mass, overall, it's men who are using these boys to carry out, you know, their plans, and they need women to do that. So in 2026, if y'all are not aware, they are making laws and changing laws to force women to have their children, not only for their militaries, but to keep up white supremacy and to have to work for them. They are going to force all races of women to have children in all parts of the globe. It's not just the United States. It's in every country. And we're seeing the birth rates decline in 2026. They're erasing history because they don't want women to wake up and to realize what has been going on, and that the solution is for women to realize that we are the root cause of all of this, and we are the ones who can stop it and fix it. They don't want us to realize that. They're erasing Black history. They're erasing women's history, what women have done to contribute to this planet, just, you know, and they are demonizing the word woke in 2026. They started last year, but they're demonizing the word woke. I would be considered woke. They're looking at all of our platforms and what we're talking about to stop us from talking about this stuff. And that is why I keep telling y'all to share these videos as much as you can, because you won't be able to do it much longer. You'll look up, and if you make videos like mine or agree with videos like mine, somebody will be at your door to stop you and to shut you up.
I don't date men with children. And I had a guy come up to me recently who really got offended when I said that I don't date men with children, because he wanted to go on a date with me. And after chit-chatting for about 5 minutes, I asked him, hey, do you have any kids? And he said, yeah, I have a pair of 7-year-old twins. And I'm like, that's amazing. I'm sure they're like wonderful children. I don't want to date you. I don't want to go on a date with you. And he really got in his feelings because I said that I didn't want to date him because he had children. And I was like, listen, baby boy, if you are a good father, those children should always be your priority. They should always come first, above any romantic partner, right? I am child free for a reason. I like to be able to get up and go whenever I want without any attachments, without having to worry about children, right? And he couldn't understand that I, as a child free woman, wanted nothing to do with a man with kids.
Baby girl, you singing to the choir. It's amazing that there's men out here who don't understand this concept, especially when there's so many men who talk about not dating single moms and the reason why they don't date single moms, reason why they don't want a woman with children because X, Y, and Z. I can't be spontaneous. You got to find you a babysitter. It's hard to go out with you because you already got your kids or whatever the case it is. There's nothing wrong with what she said. That is what she wants to do with her life. She wants to be able to get up and go when she wants to get up and go. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'll see some men feel some type of way. And then when women feel some type of way about what men said, it's like, bro, at some point, y'all got to understand, nobody has to take on whatever you put in your life. Certain people make their life up for how they want their life to be. If they don't want no kids right now, if they don't want to be bothered with nobody that has kids, it's no knock on you. They just talking about themselves. It's no, oh, you a bad person, you don't deserve love. That's not what a lot of people are saying. They saying for me, that's just extra stuff that I don't want to have to deal with. I don't have to deal with, okay, we can't do this weekend because you got your kids. Or we just can't up and go to this restaurant right now because you got your children. We just can't go out the country because you got your children. Or like, well, they got to come with us. It's like, bro, it's just too much sometimes. And a lot of y'all want to feel this type of way because you're not included in every single person's life. It's crazy to me.
So the reason that men will get mad if you say you don't date a man with children is because women have been doing it. Women have been allowing it. They know that these men have children and they don't care about these children. They don't care about these men taking care of their children. They don't care about these women struggling with these children on their own. Women just have not cared. So men have gotten bold and was like, well, if women are going to allow it, we're just going to keep doing it. But on the other hand, men do not like dating women with children because women are forced to be accountable. Women are the ones who have these children, and these children most likely are going to be with these women, and women are going to have responsibilities that come before that man, and he's not going to like that kid because it's not his, because they don't even like the kids that are theirs half the time. So women are waking up and flipping the script, and men are not liking it. Before in times past, they have been able to run around and create all these children, and women didn't care. But now women are waking up and starting to realize that no, like, I'm a mother too. Another man made me a single mother and left me, and I don't want to date a man who does something like that. That's one of the reasons why women aren't doing it. Women are seeing that it's not good for anybody. It's not good for the world. I think women should stop expecting for these men to stick around, and I think that women should just stop having kids. And if you don't want to just not have kids, I say you should wait until you're at least 30 and you're financially stable enough to take care of the kids on your own, or if you have a big community or family that is going to help you raise those kids.
Do not date men with children. If you are a single woman without children, do not date men with children. It will be nothing but, most times, bullshit, drama, trauma, baby mama drama, baby daddy drama, and more bullshit, and pain and suffering. You will never know where you stand with a man with children. And you will always wonder if he still wants the baby mama, because he does. Most times, he does. And if the child's mother is causing chaos and bullshit in your relationship, you can almost guarantee they're still sleeping together. I promise you. You will never be a priority. You will never be number one. And if he's a good father, you really will never be a priority. He will put his children before you, as he should. But if he's a deadbeat, there's a lot of them out there, you're going to absolutely lose your marbles dealing with a man with children. Are there exceptions to this rule? Of course, and I can already hear y'all typing. But for the most part, men with children are hard pass. Bye-bye.
True.
If you was to be in a relationship, what would be some red flags that you look for?
Baby mamas. I don't want a man with no kids.
What if he's rich?
Dating me is a
What if he's
luxury.
rich
I'm part of the elite.
and you're gonna get?
She's an overweight black woman and she's ghetto. So the odds of her getting with a man who has millions and no kids are slim to none. Just saying.
Marrying him, but he has kids. What about that?
How many kids we talk about? Is his baby mama dead?
Damn.
How many kids and it's the baby mama's dead? Because dealing with other women come with a lot.
It does.
Like right now, let's say
It's
if I was
drama.
dealing with a dude, I'm on the rise to become thick stepper. I gotta worry about this bitch coming to flat my tires and do extra shit. Because one thing women don't like, sorry women, I'm gonna have to say it. A lot of women don't like when dudes leave and get a better bitch.
Yep.
They don't be liking that. That cause a lot of havoc. Increase for child support. I don't want no man on child support too. And like I said, I don't have kids, so dating me is a luxury. When we go out of the country, we ain't got to worry about, the child done fell and scraped this motherfucking knee and all that stuff. We could sleep in.
Right.
We ain't got to wake up and fix kids' cereal and deal with the Crayola snatchers. My God. Got to worry about car seats fucking up the good leather in my seat. I'm not there yet in life. So I want to enjoy those things with another man that don't have children. And I mean, that may be rough to say, but dating me is a luxury.
No, it's honest. It's true.
It's a luxury.
I think that answer is selfish as shit because there's some of my men in the audience that love thick stepper with kids.
So this is why I don't like dealing with hood or ghetto people. Sorry, y'all. But do y'all see how she views the woman as the problem and not the man? And that's why the woman is going crazy. The woman is going crazy because she's better than her. That's what she thinks in her mind. But the lady that y'all just heard before her said, usually if the baby mama is going crazy and acting crazy like that, it's because they're still sleeping together. And hood chicks don't have enough sense to know that. They're digmatized. So yeah, that's all I have for this video, y'all. Get down in the comments, like, share, and subscribe if y'all want to help this channel grow. And if you agree with anything I said, get down in the comments and let's chop it up and talk about it. Even if you disagree, let's talk about it. And I will see you ladies later. Bye.